Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane, and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the middle of November. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Libra, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a DM from somebody, that is not me. That is someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment to let me know what you think. And I like to do a Celtic cross spread here for these middle of the month readings. But let me make sure everything is in view, get the camera angle all set, and we'll get right into it here for you. All right. I think we're looking pretty good there. And all right, I also like to take 3 cards here to clarify as we go along. So we'll put those up there. Energy on the bottom, you have the Judgment card. So this is a powerful card, all right? This is the second to last card in the major arcana, indicating that you are now being asked to potentially either analyze a judgment or a feeling or ruling that's coming down from the universe, or you are being asked to sort of evaluate how far you've come up to this point in the journey and what you need to do to get yourself to the world, which is the card after, what you need to do to complete the cycle. Okay, and so with that, when you go through those sorts of things, it can bring about an awakening period or a period of an inner calling being formed or birthed, and it can feel like almost a spiritual awakening. This is also a major card of karma, indicating that the choices you've made up to this point are now kind of being rendered out in real time here for you to sort of look at and analyze. And so for some of you, you may resonate with that situation that's going on. What's interesting here is you have the World as well on the reading, indicating that I do feel like you are going through like a life cycle right now that, or obviously we're always going through life cycles, but there's some sort of major cycle that will be completed here for you in November, or maybe even between now and the end of 2021, that I feel like is closing out. There may be a chapter turning or chapter closing cycle going on here for you. And that's what I feel like maybe is the opening message. Now, right away in your current situation, you have the 4 of Pentacles. So this is potentially somebody who is holding on to their pentacles just a little bit too tightly. You can see that they are kind of, they have this sort of look of being reserved, timid, or shy, which is certainly the case if you pull the 4 of Pentacles in like a relationship or a love reading. This is somebody who's not really going to be the one to make the first move, if you will. But I also think that this is more about taking a look here on this reading. I mean, there is potentially a relationship forming here. I do feel like maybe you're going to have to be a little bit more forward than the other person if you really are interested in this person. It may just be in their nature to be a little bit more reserved, shy, or timid when it comes to love. They may be a little love shy. Now, for those of you who are here for career, finance, some of you may need to open things up a little bit, and this does not mean to spend lavishly or, you know, buy things that you don't need, but instead open your mind around how money comes to you or how money flows to you, and adopt, maybe work on adopting a more abundant mindset here. On a positive note, the 4 of Pentacles can indicate finances stabilizing. And so, you know, the awakening for you could come around some sort of budgeting, planning, financial situation that may happen here. The problem is you have this 5 of Wands, which is conflict, sparring, somebody who's, you know, challenging you in some way. You can see the people on the card are sparring. And, you know, this could mean that there's an internal conflict here or some sort of internal fear going on with finances for some of you. For others of you, there's conflict around this person that you're interested in, and they're just not showing. It doesn't mean that they don't care. It's just that they're not showing you. They're not good at showing that, is what I'm feeling. Now, in the past, you have the Two of Cups here. This is personally my favorite romance card in the tarot. It's two people coming together in this lifetime, sort of pinging up or syncing up here. And, there's a sort of, this card sort of implies that you've known each other in a previous lifetime. Now, you obviously have to be open to that sort of interpretation of life. And so if you believe in past lives, this is definitely someone I feel like you've had an energetic connection with. For others of you, you've just met somebody who is like almost a perfect partner, or someone who's like almost like perfect for you in some ways. And it's almost like they're just not good at coming forward. They're not as forward as maybe you're used to. And yeah, for others of you, you're partnered already, you're in a relationship, and maybe there's some element of like needing to look at your resources, your financials, your planning, your finances, something like that going on, I feel like is maybe also being sort of shown here. Now, in the future, you have the Knight of Swords. This is a card that talks about seizing the opportunity or seizing the day here. Okay, it's all about taking action. There could be something that comes in that's very important for you, and you want to make sure that you jump on it and you strike while the iron is hot in the future here with the Knight of Swords. Now, it does warn, though, to not be impulsive. You want to wait for the right moment, okay? But when the moment comes, the Knight of Swords always springs into action and gets the job done, and they strike while the iron is hot. So that's what I feel like is going on here. Obviously, if you're here for relationship stuff, this could mean like finding the courage to tell that person how you feel, even though you know that they're reserved and timid. And so there may be a moment here in the future where you actually like come to some sort of, what word am I trying to come out with here? You have some sort of discussion about your mutual feelings. And for others of you, there's something financial related where you're just going to have to like really take advantage of it. Now, in your conscious thoughts, you have the Hanged Man. This is somebody who needs to let go, okay? They are hanging in air. They are suspended in air. They are not moving forward. Instead, what they're doing is they are comfortable where they are. The big challenge for the Hanging Man is making a sacrifice. It's giving something up to get something else. You could say that they are kind of contemplating the universe or contemplating life, but I don't like to read it like that. This is more about letting go. And for some of you, you have that dual message here with the Four of Pentacles where that person's hanging onto their pentacles just too tightly, and this person's hanging in air just a little bit too much. And so for you, there's some sort of situation here where you need to let go. And that could be in multiple areas of life for some of you, finances, love, whatever it may be. Now, you also hear in the subconscious, what you can't see or the hidden, is the High Priestess. So this High Priestess here rules the subconscious realm. It rules intuition. It's the most intuitive sign or the most intuitive card in the tarot. And with that, this can be considered the divine feminine, which we all have. And for you, this High Priestess is saying, like, listen to whatever internal messages are coming forward for you at this time, Libra, because there's something that's coming out of the water here, and maybe revealing itself. There could be something that's being revealed here for you towards this middle of the month into December. And I feel like there's an unearthing of potentially a relationship. Somebody may be being interested, but there's also, for some of you, there's some sort of buried feeling around finances, money, shared resources that I feel like is also coming to the surface for others of you. I do feel a nice healing energy as I read this. Now, in where you're headed here in the staff, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, very good. The Empress. This is, you have the divine feminine here, number 2, into the number 3, which is like the mother archetype. And so with that, the Empress is actually the most abundant card in the tarot because it speaks of fertility and prosperity and nurturing something in your life, like a mother would nurture their children. And so for you, when you get the Empress, it can speak of a big sort of harvest or some sort of abundance coming in. Again, you'll really want to take advantage of any opportunity that comes in here for you in this month, because I feel like there could be an answer to your conflict here coming forward. You have the World here in your external influence. So this is outside of you. The good news is this cycle here with the Judgment card 20 into 21 is being completed. Okay, so you will get some sort of reward or outcome or success here with the World, which is a really nice card. It's also like a kind of a coming of age as you complete the cycle. And it says, you know, while the Judgment card is about self-evaluation, what you can do to get to the World, you have the World, so you're going to get there. The World is about self-reflection. How was the journey? How was this cycle from number 0, the Fool, all the way through to the World? What can you do to improve and get yourself ready for the next cycle, which inevitably will come? Now you have in your hopes and fears, you have the 6 of Cups, this person from the past here. Okay, this 2 of Cups here, you're hoping that they come back in. And, you know, this can bring about a feeling of nostalgia if it's not an ex relationship. I actually don't think it's an ex, honestly, even though the 6 of Cups is normally about an ex. What I really feel like is you've met somebody, maybe it wasn't romantic, but both of you felt a connection. You're hoping that they come back in. And I do feel like some of you, that could absolutely happen here with the 6 of Cups and your hopes and fear. Others of you there's something about the past here that you're really looking to let go of. And I feel like for some of you, there could be childhood trauma or childhood fears or past fears or past trauma around money, finances, anything like that maybe you're working through. And a lot of us are in the collective. And so I feel like maybe for some of you, you're also going to resonate with that. Now, in the outcome here, you have the 3 of Pentacles, good times with others in this case. That would normally be the 3 of Cups, but I'm just getting that for some reason with this 3 of Pentacles, so I have to go with what my intuition's telling me. 3s can be Trinity, good times with others. But the 3 of Pentacles is somebody who's getting rewarded and recognized for their work here. You can see that they're holding up their latest creation. They also have the mallet and the anvil, indicating that they are a builder and they build quality work. This can also mean working together with others. If it's not good times with others, it's working together with others. You could be reaching out to some sort of like a financial advisor or somebody who can help you sort something out for your material life, maybe an accountant, maybe something like that going on here. So yeah, definitely like to see that. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go ahead and start to clarify these 3 cards here that we pulled to help us here. So we have the Page of Pentacles, which is a really nice card. This is talking about a financial offer or some sort of material news, some good news coming in, typically around the material. That's why I feel with this 4 of Pentacles, it's like something's going to work out here. Okay, you're fearful about something not working out, but here it is coming. It's arriving with this Page of Pentacles. So very nice. Yep, it's coming quickly here with this 8 of Wands, which is a quick moving event that brings about good news. You now have 2 cards that can just indicate good news generally here or broadly with this Page of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. So definitely like to see that. But there's an element of the 8 of Wands where it's like accelerated motion. It's getting unstuck. It's moving forward. It's the feeling of getting out of the mud. And it's a really welcome sign. It can also indicate travel by flight or travel by air. And I think that's very significant here because some of you potentially are thinking about making a trip or taking a move or like even moving residence, because you have this Knight of Wands with the 8 of Wands, which is a very clear sign that some of you could be quite literally moving. If nothing else, moving in thought. Some of you may be planning a trip or a vacation. And for others of you, there's like long distance travel. I do see some of you maybe also just like literally moving like far away, maybe even. This connection, by the way, if you're here for this love sort of storyline, could be long distance with this Two of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Like you may communicate via, Skype, FaceTime, text, those sorts of things. You may have met online, something like that going on. Let's see what else we have here. Let's pull some additional cards, but there's good news coming in. Okay, so you have listened to your intuition. The universe doubling down here, putting all the chips on the table with the High Priestess, no question about it. What else do we have here? Yeah, that's definitely like doubling down on the message. And what else do we have? Okay, so we have wait. Meditation brings answers. And remain positive. Okay, so this is like, I feel like this is important here because like you have all of these messages of like listening to your intuition, going in meditation, also not trending towards negativity here, as you may be holding on too tightly to something. And yeah, I would really pay attention to any signs or synchronicities that are coming in for you here during this middle of the month, probably in November into December here. Okay, so you have great fortune that wanted to really come out here. What else do we have? Official person, mature woman, gift, coffin, and courtship. So that looks very good. Some of you, there is very clearly, if it's not you courting somebody, like you're really interested in somebody, it's someone who's really interested in you. Like I said, there's this push-pull here in this relationship reading where it's like you're both interested, but you're both not moving forward. And you also here have this, there's some sort of ending of a cycle. This I don't feel like is someone dying. I don't ever read it like that, the coffin card. There's an end of a cycle here, as we've talked about with the Judgment into the World card. I do ultimately think this is going to be incredibly good for you with Official Person and Page of Pentacles. That could be a job offer. It could be someone important coming into your life to help you see something. Great Fortune, if I didn't already say, is the best card in the Kipper deck, especially when you get it paired with gift, which could mean a gift of cash. This is an inheritance or something like that going on, or just getting a bonus or a raise. There's something really nice coming in. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I'll see you in the next one.